guys, welcome to the channel. Dan hari ini we're not gonna play a game today because I'm going to theorize an indie film called The Amazing Digital Circus, atau I call it the Digital Circus. So I've watched this film and not gonna lie, it's been fun. I love it, and the characters are wacky and it's just fun. So if you guys haven't watched it, you guys should watch it. But today I'm going to theorize of the Digital Circus. So if you guys don't want any spoilers, go watch it. So before I theorize about this, I'm going to recap the story of the Digital Circus. Okay, so the story starts with technically the characters introducing themselves. For example, Kane, he's the leader of the Digital Circus. And then we have the Bubbles, is like his companion, Kane's companion, And then after that, the characters, we have Gangles, Zoobles, Ragafa, Jack. Oh yeah, I forgot about Kinger, also Kinger, and then Kaufmo. But we don't talk about Kaufmo. And then after that, there's our character. Well, technically our character just spawned in, and Jax was like, is this like a new team of us? If it is, we need to redo the intro. And then King said, oh my god, there's a new human here, I guess. And after that, we should do a tour of the Digital Circus. So technically that, Kane gave our character, Tommy, the tour of the Digital Circus. And after that, Tommy was like, wait, was that an exit that I just saw? And King was like, what exit? We don't got no exits in this place. And then after that, well, technically, Tommy was like, wait, what's my name? And then King was like, we should technically name you. And after that, they have the Wheel of Names. And then technically, the name was Tommy. And after that, Kane said, hey, we should play a mini game. And then Zoobles is like, you know what, frick you guys, I don't want to do it. And technically those sort of things take Zoobles, and they're like, oh my god, Zoobles, really? And then Zoobles technically, she's not dead, she's just disassembled. So after that, technically, they want to meet with Kaufmo. You know who Kaufmo is? It's the clown, technically. And Ragafa is like, hey Kinger, come on, let's meet Kaufmo. Like, Kaufmo, I don't know about that. Last time I saw him, he was talking about an exit door, just like you, Pomni. And after that, technically, Jack was like, how about we, the three of us go to Kaufmo's room, and Kinger and Gangles, you two, take care of the minigame. And then technically, they kind of did, not really, they're gonna hold, but we'll get to that later. And then technically, Jax, Ragafa, and Pomni, they go to Kaufmo door, but technically the door is locked. So Jax technically has the room to Kaufmo's room, and Ragafa's like, what the heck? How do you have his room key? So after that, Kaufmo's kind of crazy, just into a monster. And then Jax grabs a bowling ball for some sort of reason, and then Ragafa gets beat up by Kaufmo, and then Tommy tried to save her, but her hand started glitching out, and so she ran away, and Kaufmo chased her, and then he broke through the wall of the bridge, I guess, and then technically Kaufmo just kind of and then technically after that, Jax and the other two characters, Gangles and Kinger, they saw a hole and like, oh my god, what should we do? And then Jax just pushed the two, and he also goes to that hole. And then they meet the one that makes all that shapes characters. And then after that, Pomni go back to Ragafa, and then she said, hey, you should find Kane. Maybe he can help, And then Pomni tries to find Kane, but she kind of don't know where it is. And after that, she hid from Kaufmo, and then technically, she goes through an exit door, and she got in that. And after that, technically the other two characters, the other three, Gangles, Kinger, and Jax, they had a little bit of chit chat with that queen thing, I guess. And then technically upstairs, Kaufmo is just beating the frick out of Shape, and then he broke through the floor, and then he beats up the the worm thing, technically. So after that, Pomni goes through all of the exit, and there was a computer that we don't talk about. And then he goes through more exits, and after that, she goes through the void. And after that, Kane got like a message on his hand, and it's like, oh my god, somebody was in the void. He's gonna turn into a blob. And after that, Kane got Pomni and put her back. And after that, the other characters were like, bro, help us. Cosmo's going crazy. Why didn't anyone tell me? And after that, they grabbed Cosmo and put him in the cellar. And after that, they fixed up Ragafa. And then they have technically lunch. And then Pomni was never the same. So yeah, that was the recap of the Digital Circus. Now it's time for the theorizing time. So, let's get on with the theory. Now, my theory in this Digital Circus is that there are employees that are in this Digital Circus. When I say employees, get ready everybody, get your popcorns and get ready. So this is called a Digital Circus, right? A Digital Circus. Now, technically, when Pomni was going through all of the exit doors, as you can see, there was like an office that she was going through. There's an office with there's computers, chairs, and it kind of makes sense why that's an office, because when she went through the other door, after that, there was a logo, CNA. Now, I think that is a stand for like corporation and A or something, but I don't know. I think that's like CNA is like a name of a corporation. Now it kind of makes sense why it's a corporation, because I mean, if it is a corporation, it kind of makes sense. They are the ones that made this Digital Circus, because like this is digital, right? So it kind of makes sense why they have an office. That's where they have to work and code in the Digital Circus. You know, it kind of makes sense. And now, let's talk about Pomni. Who is Pomni? Now, Pomni, I think he's I don't know if he's a he or a she, but I think she is an employee of CNA. Now, why would I say that? Because technically, in the start of the film, she said like,
I put on some weird headset and now I'm here.
That headset explains everything. Now, technically, I think this corporation was making this digital circus, and I think they were like, we need like some characters, you know? And they're like, why don't we put our employees' consciousness inside of one of the characters? Because they can move around and act like it's a real person. So they have this machine, or they call it the headset. They put it on their employees. Their consciousness went into the characters. For example, maybe like there's like Ragafa. I think she's possessed by one of the employees of CNA. So that's why I think that's what happened to Pomni. I think she wears that weird headset, and now her consciousness is inside of Pomni, I guess. But the body, Pomni's body, is in the real world still, but her consciousness is inside of the Digital Circus. Her real body is still in the real world, in Earth technically. So that's actually my theory of this, and I think there's something to do with that Kane guy. I kind of don't trust that Kane guy. He might be the mastermind of all of this, you know. And technically, it kind of explains also the void, because technically at the end of the film we see the circus, right? And it's the void after that. It's the void. Now I think the voids is like, I think it's just numbers, it's like the coding stuff. You know, it's codes. I think that's just my theory technically, because like after the void, it's the computer. Now I think that's where Pomni was working. But then, well, her consciousness went into the Digital Circus. Now that's just my theory here. This is just like the classic indie game, you know. But that's just my theory, because like we've seen a lot of evidence that lead to it, you know. The consciousness of the employees is inside of the digital circus because like there's a lot of evidence to it. So that's another review of the digital circus. The employees' consciousness is inside of the digital circus. And also I think this is also just like a possibility of game. It's digital. It could be a film that the corporation is making, but I think it could be a TV. They're gonna make a digital circus game. So yeah, next time we do that, but hey, that's just but yeah, I just want to report this, the amazing digital series. Now, I know it's not real, I know it's real, but if you get it wrong, it's okay. It's normal, if you get something wrong in a previous video, because we all make mistakes. If you say you never make mistakes, trust me, you will one day. So, tapi sebenarnya sebenarnya untuk this